Hello, welcome to Let's Talk Sport, and today we're going to be doing a video. Since it's the end of the season, we're going to be talking about Liverpool's player ratings. We're basically going to go through the whole squad, players that have played at least 10 games in the Premier League, and giving them a rating out of 10 as to how well they've done this season. Of course, couldn't have done a Liverpool video without our Liverpool fans, so we got Joe Stanley and Luke Tanner here to discuss the players and how well they've done this season. And we're gonna start off from what I think is, we're gonna start off in a number of appearances for the football club, really, starting from the top and making it way down the list, and we'll get a good idea of how well players have done. So we're gonna start off with the man that has played. That has started every single Premier League game this season, the only one at Liverpool Football Club, and that is your goalkeeper, Alisson. Out of 10, how well has he done for the football team this season?
8 out of 10. That's 9. Because I would have given him higher, but there's a couple of blunders at the beginning of the season, maybe a little bit shaky, thinking, oh, we overpaid for the Brazilian Karius, but I think he has settled in the season, and I think his handling has got a lot better. He's catching more, which is a positive sign. And for me, this is only the beginning. He'll go strength for strength next season.
That's fair. You said 9.
Yeah.
Is it more or less the same kind of reasons, really?
More or less, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of shaky moments at the start of the season, but I think it's just literally just a bedding in period for him. I think he's been solid all season. He's won the Golden Glove Award this season. How he didn't get in the Team of the Year, I do not know. It's ridiculous. I know Edison's a good goalkeeper, but if someone can't get the Golden Gloves and not be in the team, I'm sorry, but for me that's a joke.
If it was David De Gea and he got Golden Glove and not getting Team of the Year, so United fans will be calling for that person to get sacked.
Yeah.
So I think it's criminal, but
he's a solid goalkeeper. You can see the difference from last season where we had Mignolet and Karius in goal to this season. The points he's gained for us, the crucial stage, and I'm not just looking at the league here as well. Look at the Champions League against Napoli as well in that last game, that one-on-one with Arkadiusz Milik. That was one of the biggest impacts in this competition in the Champions League and keeping Liverpool in that.
Yeah.
I know this video is mainly looking at Premier League, but looking as a whole this season, he's been arguably Liverpool's biggest and best signing.
All right, Virgil van Dijk, one that was in the team of the season, and he put PFA Player of the Year. How well has he done for you, Joe? What is he rating out of 10?
Yeah, another 9.
Yeah.
I think he's been solid all season. He's got 5 goals as well in the league. Is it league? Or he's got 5 goals as well.
5 goals, 4 assists.
5 goals, 4 assists.
4 goals, 2 assists, it says on here, and who's good.
All right.
So he must have, 6 in all
Oh yeah, maybe
competitions
6
then.
all
So
comps, yeah.
solid performance from Van Dijk. Not been dribble passed in the league all season.
Or
He's not been
Champions
dual
League.
passed since I think we played Tottenham the previous March or something ridiculous like that. So
Yeah.
he's performed well. He's solid at the back. Player of the Year. What more can you want from Big Virg?
All right, I'm guessing you're probably going to go around the same lines. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, I'll probably go 9. I think you could go 10. You could give him a 10, but I think there's always room for improvement, so 9 for me.
All right, Mo Salah, next one on the list. Then where do you go?
Mo Salah.
I'd give him an 8.
I'd give him an 8. He had a bit of a shaky start at the beginning of the season. That's because I think, he still had the effects of the shoulder injury. He had a good rich vein of form when he played up front. And I thought, maybe that's going to be his new position. Klopp's going to stick to the 4-2-3-1, change back to the 4-3-3, and I think he's had a good, solid season. Obviously, I never expected him to carry on that electric form. There was always going to be a dip. So I'd give him an 8. And he finished joint Golden Boot winner, so you can't give him lower than an 8.
Yeah. Anything to add, Joe?
Luke's pretty much nailed it on the head.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was going to say about the Golden Boot winner. Shaky start, but he's coming to form again this season. I still think he finished it quite strongly despite not scoring in the last game of the season. I think he obviously maybe a little bit coming back from injury, his head problem there, but saw the play throughout the season, done well. He was never going to hit 40 something goals in all comps like last
44.
season. I think 44 was it?
Yeah,
he got in
44,
all
yeah.
competitions. He was never going to hit that again, but to get in the 20s shows some good form and some consistency. So I think fantastic for the Egyptian king once again.
All right, Andrew Robertson, left back for Liverpool. Of course, another strong addition into the defence over the past year. have you got for him?
I'd give him an 8. I think he's been solid throughout the season. I think the only thing he needs to add to his game is goals.
Yeah,
I think
0 goals on the season, but 11 assists, Luke.
Yeah, yeah. I don't mind if he doesn't score, but as long as he's assisting, that's great. And I do agree with Joe. He does deserve an 8 out of 10. For me, he's been the best left back in the league, and probably been the best left back in the world this season. I'm trying not to be biased, but if you have a look, I think only Jordi Alba's got more assists to him as a left back, and Robertson's up there as one of the best left backs in the world.
All right, Sadio Mane, 22 goals as well, alongside of Mo Salah. 1 assist. How do you rate his season?
9. I think he's been better than Mo this year. Because when Mo had his dip, that's when Mane stepped up. Because obviously, like last season, people sort of complained like he's a rash with his finishing. He blazes it over a lot and stuff like that. And you saw glimpses of that this season. But for me, he's been clinical, and he scored big goals in crucial games, like the goal against Bayern at the Allianz. Great goal, important goal, and he's been doing that all season, scoring important goals.
What do you think of Luke? Not Luke, sorry, Joe.
I was going to say an 8, but to be honest, it's a little bit harsh because I gave him an 8 last year and he's improved. So
Yeah.
I'm one of these people who doesn't believe in half marks, 8.5 or whatever. I believe when you're given a rating, don't
Plus,
bother with the
obviously,
it's a solid
golden
number.
boot.
So I'm going to go for 9
Golden boot as well.
with the golden boot.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Going into the territory now where you may start to differ from one another in terms of ratings and things like that. And starting off with Jorginho Wijnaldum in the team.
I'd give him an 8. I think. I think he's done basically in the last so many games of the season. He's been fantastic. I think he's been fairly consistent. He's one of these players that you either love or you hate. Some fans that I'm friends with that can't stand him, don't understand why he's in the team. I'm a big fan of Gini Wijnaldum. I think he's a good player, technically great, always gives 110% for Liverpool. Good attitude, work rate, and he's kept that through the season. He's scored some more goals this season, more goals to his game. He scored away from home this season now as well.
Important goals.
In the league.
Barcelona.
And you got to give him an extra point for the Barcelona display. Come on.
For me, I'd give him an 8 as well. I think consistently, he probably has been Liverpool's best centre mid this year. Obviously, he's had a couple of dips where his performances has dropped, but I think that's due to the fact that he has played so many minutes. And obviously, his versatility, he played up front in Nou Camp, he played all right for the first 15 minutes, then he faded off. But for me, he's been best midfielder at the club this season. So yeah, 8.
Interesting statistic. Passing success in the team. Naby Keita is on 88.5% in the league, in the Premier League. Virgil van Dijk 89.7% percentage success rate. Jorginho Wijnaldum 91.1%. So one of the key passers in the team, probably the best passer success rate in the team as well. Roberto Firmino, 12 goals, 6 assists on the season after 34 appearances. Joe.
Bobby Dazzler, I'll give him an 8. I think I'm all right. Bobby Firmino is my favourite player, so I'm slightly biased towards Bobby, but I think he's done quite well this season. I think it's 12 goals in the league, 20 in all comps, something like that. So I think he's been pretty solid, and he's had a few injuries as well. So I think he could have got more if it wasn't for the injuries. Everyone knows what role he plays for the team. He's key in knitting in the front three as well. I think Origi did okay to deputise for him against Barcelona in the second leg, and against Newcastle in the league. But really, I think you know how big of a player Bobby Firmino is. He gets the goals, he gets the assists, he starts the press, and I think he's been consistent again this season. So I'll give him another 8 like last year.
Yeah, do you agree with that, Luke? 8?
I was going to give him a 7 because the injuries were a little bit concerning. Yes, he has done well this season, but I think he sacrificed a lot of his own game, especially when Klopp changed to 4-2-3-1 and put Bobby as the 10. He sort of sacrificed a lot of his own game, and I just hope next season he puts all the injuries behind him. My only worry is that he's playing in the Copa America with Brazil. He's just not going to get much of a break, so which does worry me on for next season, that we're going to try and rush him back when he needs a proper rest.
Could be a little bit concerning. Jordan Henderson in the midfield.
Seven. Yeah, he had a mediocre start to the season. Fans were expecting him to be done from this team when we signed Navigator and Fabinho. They thought it would be the end of Jordan Henderson. Obviously, Fabinho had his bedding in period, so you obviously saw a lot more of Jordan Henderson in that deep role. But ever since he's moved to that box role, it's suited him a lot more. I think that's always been his best position. Klopp's even admitted he's been playing him in the wrong position because he had nothing else for that position. So I think a solid 7, but I think next season it will be crucial next season again. I think if people think we'll be seeing a lot less of Jordan Henderson, I think you're wrong. We'll be seeing a lot more of him next year.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Joe?
Yeah, I agree with your 7. I think he's not particularly played amazing for the first half of the season, and obviously seemed to find a bit of form around the Southampton game. He came on as a substitute, played in that attack, the more forward position in the midfield, not the 6. And since then, he's kept his place in the side. He's performed well. He got his first goal since, I think it was September 2017, away to Leicester. And he's been quite solid, and he's led by example. Wouldn't be surprised to see him start in Madrid. And I think he's been done quite well towards the end of this season, and shown why we put faith in him.
All right, this last player I want more of a bigger breakdown of, and the rest of the squad will go into like just a one sentence and then you're rating for. Yeah. So the last player I want a bigger breakdown of, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Joe, what would you give him for a rating this season?
I think I'd give him an 8. I think he's pushing, he's knocking on the door for a 9. I think he's a bit like Andy Robertson in terms of assists. He's got more, I believe, than 2 more than Andy Robertson this season. He's young, he's still improving. He's good talent. That corner against Barcelona was unbelievable. Quick thinking, because so many veterans wouldn't even think of that sort of thing. And he just seems to improve his vision this season. For the passing, he's always had a good passing ability, but he seems to have taken that to another level this season. He seems to read the game. He's reading the games better. I think his free kick taking has improved as well. Okay, he only scored the 1 goal with that free kick away to Watford, but his set piece delivery is fantastic. Work rate, desire for the badge. What more could you want from the youngster, from the local lad?
Yeah. Do you agree with all those comments?
Yes. My big concern for him is his defending still, especially on one-on-ones. He is still quite easily beaten, and the game that springs to mind for me is Cardiff away, when Mendes Lang was turning him inside out, and that's a part of the game that I think will get better. But I think unlike Robertson's a better defender than Trent is. Trent is better going forward, but I think that's a big part of his game that he needs to focus on, is his one-on-one defending.
All right,
but an 8.
Yeah. All right, we're going to rattle through these because I don't want this video to drag on. It's approaching 15 already. James Milner, what have you got for him, Luke?
7.
7.
Consistent.
7.
Yeah.
Solid, consistent, great player. Great
Fair enough. Fabinho,
I'd give him a 7. I think he's solid start for the season, first season. Got a goal. He's done quite well. He's been an improvement. Obviously, John Henderson was the 6th last year, and strong improvement. But I think he can improve a little bit more, and I think we'll be looking at 8s next season.
Yeah, can you agree with that?
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 7. All right, Navigator,
7.
6.
6.
His injury problems are a big concern, and I hope he gets the break that he deserves.
Okay, all right, that's fair enough. Shaqiri,
6.
6.
I think he's done okay. He's done well.
Matip. 2 inconsistent.
Yeah, Matip,
8.
8.
Yeah. For me, he's probably been the best partner alongside Van Dijk. He's playing alongside Van Dijk has made him look world class.
Fair enough. If you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
Daniel Sturridge,
5.
I know it seems a bit harsh, but injury, not really done that much.
Yeah.
Apart from his goal against Chelsea, that was stunning. And his goal against PSG, he's not really done that much. And I think this season sums up the end of his Liverpool career.
That's fair enough. Joe Gomez, bit of an injury on
6.
Well, I'd give him this 7. It would have been an 8 if he played more games, but it's hard to give him a higher score because he had that long period out. Not his fault with the injury, but
that's why I've given him a 6. His injury problems.
That's fair enough. Adam Lallana.
5.
He's not played enough, and I think he's gone in the summer.
Dejan Lovren.
Give him a 7. I think he's played.
Oh, Joe's smiling at that one.
Sorry, I'm going to be a lot more harsher. 5, because he's bang average. He is awful. He nearly cost us the game against Newcastle, and he's a bang average defender, and he's definitely going this summer. I'm not having another season of him.
All right, and the last one really I want to talk about Divock Origi.
Gets an 8 for me. Barcelona, mate.
Yeah.
7. I think he's done okay.
Well, even though we said it would be strictly Premier League, I'll let you have the leverage of looking outside of it because it does help.
He's understood his role very, very well. He could have kicked up a fuss by saying I want to play more games, but he's been professional. He scored some big goals and big moments. The goal against Newcastle, the goal against Everton, the 2 against Barcelona spring to mind. But for me, I think he will get better. I think we will see him play more next year. I think we'll see him play against the bottom half teams more, and I think he will be staying around.
All right, one player that you want to see improve next season. One player.
Navigator.
Yeah.
Big money for him. Big reputation. I don't like it when people call him a flop. He's not been a flop. He's spent a year adapting. He's had back problems and stuff like that. And hopefully, if he gets a good rest, good pre-season, then we could see the best of him.
Another player that I really want to see play next season, I agree with Navigator improvement. I want to see more of Oxlade-Chamberlain next year. Obviously, he was fantastic for Liverpool during the 17-18 season. Only played, I think it was 3-4 games.
2 substitutions and appearances in the Premier League this season.
And he played, I think he come on as a sub in one of the Champions League games as well. I think he's a big player. He was key towards the end of last season, and I really want to see him play again next year. Big fan of the Ox, and I think we lacked him at times in the final third. We need that 10 to unlock the low block defences, and I think he can do that for us.
Yeah, only 19 minutes of Premier League action he had for Liverpool this season. So.
I'm glad Klopp's not rushed him back when there was rumours of him being fit in March. Klopp could have very easily chucked him in and done his knee again, but the fact that Klopp said at the beginning of the season, even if he is fit, I will not be playing him. I'm going to be easing him back gently, and that's great man management.
Yeah, that's fair enough. All right, those are our guys' ratings for the Liverpool players this season. What are your own ratings for the squad? Let us know in the comment section below this video.